What is going on, everybody? This is Purple and Skol'd Media. Is your boy SK Rap Yogi in the house. And man, we had a rough week, but it's a new season and we got a long season ahead of us, man. Let's get down to it, y'all.
Skol'd to the bowl. Whole lot of Skol'd gang on this one. Yeah. Hey. Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang. Skol'd all the way to the bowl, man. My team about to go get a ring. We don't care what the team doing, man. They ain't messing with the perp gang. It's our year, time to get this ring. Bring it home back to the Skol'd gang. Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang. Skol'd all the way to the bowl, man. My team about to go get a ring. We don't care what the team doing, man. They ain't messing with the perp gang. It's our year, time to get this ring. Bring it home back to the Skol'd gang. My team go harder than yours. They do. Our fans go harder than theirs. Purple and Go, we show our horns. 24/7 all year.
What is going on, everybody? This is Purple and Skol'd Media. This is Saturday Night Live, and I'm here with my crew, my guys, Rap and Yogi. Man, how we feeling? How we feeling tonight?
Feeling good.
We feeling good, man. It's Jeremy Holmes Hall time. You heard?
Yeah, we're taking a little trip down to the ATL as a team and taking care of these Atlanta Falcons, hopefully, which it's actually a very, very, very winnable game. It's, even with everything that's been going on this past week with, Kirk Cousins and everything, this is still a winnable game, y'all. Still a winnable game, and we get to see our guy, Rap's guy mainly, Jared Mahomes Hall. I'm not gonna, put the Mahomes on him like that because I'm not doing all that, man. Like me, I'm all for drinking the purple Kool-Aid and being confident going into things, but I don't know about the Mahomes talk over there,
bro. Like Mahomes, bro. Like he like that. We about to see. Like we about to see.
Though?
Man, I mean,
we about to find out tomorrow.
That's the like exciting part about it as being a Vikings fan is we've watched Kirk Cousins for 5.5 years roll out there every single Sunday. And now we get to see something different. It's going to be entertaining, if anything. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Never know, man. My thing is this. If he comes out, right, and let's just say he comes out and throws for 4 touchdowns and 280 or 300 yards, then what? You know what I mean? Then the fan base is, hey, that's going to change a lot of shit. The fan base going to be on it for one. And then, hey, does the dialogue with Kirk get closed, man? Because that's what I said last night during my show. I was like, Kwesi keeps saying that dialogue's open. I'm going to tell you right now, if Jeremy Holmes Hall shows any slight, if he shows any slight, if the boys start balling, man, that dialogue might close, bro.
I'm under the impression, even if he does ball, the discussion is still going to be open.
Yeah. No, if anything, everything that's happened with the whole injury. Now, again, if Hall puts together a couple games where he's just balling out of control and you're like, oh, okay, wait a minute. Like, this might be the guy. But right now, man, regardless of what this game looks like, I think Kirk Cousins is number one priority for this team in the offseason. Just with the way they're talking, unless that's them just kind of letting them down easy, like, oh, we love you, Kirk. Like, but everything that we're hearing from KOC and Kwesi and the rest of the guys is that they don't want nobody but Kirk. That's what it sounded like.
Well, not to me. Like, I know that was said, but to me, Kwesi, maybe Kevin O'Connell gave that vibe off to me. Like, he really loves Kirk, but Kwesi was a little different. To me, Kwesi was more like, I mean, yeah, obviously he's politically correct. They're all going to be politically correct when they're talking in front of people talking about the starting quarterback, especially when he's injured right now. They're not going to. They're going to try their best to avoid any negative kind of conversations. But Kwesi still, to me, was saying stuff like, hey, we still got to see. Obviously, we know the injury plays a part. We're going to see, can he play at that level with the same level with the injury? Like, he was a little more transparent. So, I mean, because it's a business at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But, again, I wouldn't be mad if they brought him back on a 1 year, if it comes down to it, like a 1 year deal. But if you do go draft a quarterback like JJ McCarthy or Drake May or something like that, like if we do become aggressive and we do go grab a quarterback, then at that point, I don't want that to happen, man. I'd rather just start the rookie. You feel me? For sure.
Yeah, true. No, I think the 1 year, maybe 2 year deal would make the most sense. And we jumped right into the Kirk Cousins talk. We're supposed to be talking about a game in Atlanta and sharing all that shit. And we just jumped right into the Kirk Cousins talk. I'm sorry, guys, but this is just what happens with the Minnesota Vikings. But no, just with this is the time to go get the quarterback in the draft. Go get your rookie quarterback. But I'm with you on, I think, the best case scenario, because I don't think we're gonna end up being a 5-12 team or a 6-11. I think we're gonna win about 7, 8, maybe 9 games. I believe we're gonna be in the mix for the playoffs. We're gonna go on a little run here, regardless of us having Kirk Cousins or not. So I don't see us drafting in the top 10, maybe not even the top 12. But I think if you're able to grab Kirk, and you would get him at a discount rate, you're not going to have to pay Kirk Cousins $40 million. That Achilles injury is serious, especially on a guy that's his age. So you're going to get Kirk whoever gets Kirk is going to get Kirk at a discount rate, unless he goes to a bum team that just wants to unload their money to a quarterback and kind of stay competitive. But overall, if your team's competitive, especially here, you're going to get the hometown discount. His family's already grounded here. I don't think they want to leave. I think he wants to finish his career in Minnesota. So I think he would take a super discount rate to stay with the Minnesota Vikings with Justin Jefferson, with TJ Hawkinson. And now what seems to be a top 5, top 3 offensive line in the league, which is fucking crazy to me. It blows my mind. But no, if you're able to get Kirk, discount rate at 1 year to 2 years, and have an out, if it is a 2-year deal, have an out after that first year. Maybe you take off that trade clause to where after that first year you can trade him if it's not working out, or if you see something in the younger guy, or even in the first year, if you see something in the young guy in the first year and say, look, we might as well just ship out Kirk. You know, we got him under contract for another year. Let's ship him out, get some draft capital for him. But I think that would be the best case scenario. 1 to 2 year for Kirk with the out after the first year, and then still drafting your quarterback in the first round or second round, because you got to think, all these quarterbacks, there's going to be a lot of good players falling in that first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, man. Hey, tomorrow's the day, man.
I think Kirk's coming back, but
yeah, he might come back. I mean, I wouldn't want him to come back, but I ain't gonna lie. Like, I mean, we're talking about a 35-year-old quarterback now with an Achilles injury, and you know what? I pray for him and all that, but it's like, come on, Vikings, man. Like, at some point, man, you got to just turn the damn page, man. Honestly, like you do.
Well, yeah, I think now if Jaren Hall does go out there and he does perform, then it shows you the other side without Kirk Cousins, and you're like, okay, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe we can move on and it not hurt so much. So I think we're still in the phase where, I mean, Kirk's playing great, so it's not necessarily like he's playing bad and we just love the guy. It's like, okay, we're starting to come around, really like the guy, but we all understand that he's getting older. It may be time to move on. We can't give him a long-term deal. So we're in a weird spot. We're in a really weird spot in this relationship with Kirk Cousins and what to do next. And this is an easy out. Like, if you wanted an excuse to get out of a player's, contract, or to sign a player after this year, this would be it. You could easily say, hey, look, we love Kirk, but, Achilles injury to a 35, 36-year-old quarterback. And then we're in position to draft a quarterback, and probably the deepest quarterback draft in a long, long time.
Yeah.
It was just time for us to do that. So they have an out. They have an easy out of the Kirk Cousins situation.
And they should take it. Shout out to Andrew, man. He's saying, why is everybody so worried about not having Kirk? Relax, we got this. I agree with you, Andrew. I'm on your train, man. I agree with you.
My confidence has gone up, though, throughout the week. I will say. I think we're going to beat the Falcons.
Yeah. Like, remember, guys, it's a team sport. You know what I mean? Remember, it's a team sport.
Shout out. Can you see the comments, Rap?
Yeah, I can see the comments, man. Let me give it.
Got the We jumped right into Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, we jumped right into
Yeah.
Kirko talk, man. Let's shout out Bob in the building, Mr. I Want to Mock, man. Appreciate you tapping in, Bob. We got Papa Gary, of course, in the building, man. Appreciate you supporting the channel tonight. We got RVing 5150, man. Shout out to you. You know,
Okay.
Frozen in the building. Shout out Frozen, man. Scold's Soup in the building. We got Skull for Life Barber. He gonna fade you up. You heard me. We got let's see who else we got. We got Dylan in the building. Shout out Dylan, man. Appreciate you, man. Colton in the building. What's going on, Colton? What's going on, man? Davey Chains in the building. Let's get it. And Andrew, I'm rocking with you, Andrew, man. He say Hog gonna have 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, man. You jumping off that ledge. I hear you, bro. You know, shout out Felicia in the building, man. Appreciate you, Felicia. Appreciate you, man. I think we got Jesse. What's up, Jesse? We see you, Skull. Let's go. Appreciate you, Jesse. We
got quite a bit of Facebook people tapped in tonight.
Yeah, we got some Facebook people tapped in, so we like that. Appreciate it for the ones watching on the book. Gary said, "Rap just barfed in his juice box talking about Kirk."
Yeah. Hey, Rap's the one that said it. I wouldn't mind him coming back for another year.
Yeah, like 1 year if it's cheap. It definitely has to be for the right price. You know what I mean?
Hey, look how far we've come with Rap in the Kirk Cousins relationship.
Yeah.
If we asked Rap this a month ago, hey man, just bring Kirk back for 1 more year, this man would have blown a gas.
Hell nah. Yeah, hell nah. Like, and to be real, my first option is still to move on and turn the page. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, if it's for the cheap, then I mean, you can do it. You know what I mean? But that's the thing with the Vikings. We so nice. We gonna wind up bringing them back and signing them for probably 3 years and breaking the internet. You know what I mean? But
yeah, Davey, I'm telling you, man, he bought his wife a Kirk Cousins jersey.
My thing is this. I just can't wait to see how the fan base acts when Kirk's like 45 years old and we actually do have to move on from him. Like, are we just gonna throw our franchise away? Like, is it just over once Kirk leaves? You know what I mean? Like, it's just no more Vikings after that? I don't get it. Because that's what it be seeming like sometimes, though. Because it's like, well, hey, once Kirk decides to stop playing football, I mean, our franchise is done. It's just will never be the same. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, whether we do it this year or we do it 3 years from now, what the hell, man? Just turn the damn page. You feel me?
I think it's more like if this is the end, and we'll wrap up the Kirk Cousins talk with this. We'll leave our little remarks and then move on to this Atlanta game. But if this is the end of the Kirk Cousins era for the Minnesota Vikings, I'm sad it had to end that way.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks that it had to end with like a catastrophic injury like that. And like, especially when in my opinion, he was playing the best ball of his career.
Yeah.
We're starting to win. I guarantee you, once we put a couple more wins together, we're on a 5, 6, 7 game win streak, which was possible looking at our schedule coming up. He was going to be put into the MVP talk if he kept playing the way he was playing. Let's be real. So it sucked for it to happen that way, especially when Kirk was starting to get the respect that I felt personally that he deserved from like national media and the pundits and everything, because they were extra hard on Kirk, like a little extra. Like, I get it, guy got guaranteed contract, you know, all eyes are on him, but at the same time, like, he had like some unrealistic like goals, or not goals, but expectations from the national media. So it sucks that it had to end this way, and the timing of it ending this way, if it is the end of Kirk with the Minnesota Vikings. But either way, I hope he comes back. I hope he comes back healthy, and I hope he comes back balling regardless of who it's for, whether it's us or somebody else. But yeah.
With that 28 million dead void year, cap, he's coming back.
28 mil, right?
Yeah, he's coming back.
That's what I'm saying. Unless you're trying to burn that 28 mil, but you're already throwing that 28 mil out anyways. If you throw another 3 to 5 million on top of that, are you guys willing to do that? Because what's that, a $34 million cap hit for Kirk Cousins next year? Or would you rather get rid of him and still take $28 million cap hit?
Get rid of him.
So you just take that $28 million cap hit.
Absolutely, bro. You
Because
gotta do it. If you, I mean, because at the end of the day, you're just gonna keep kicking the can. So whether you do it now or do it later, it doesn't matter. Like, just
well,
get it out the way.
that's where the injury kind of opens up that type of dialogue to where you may be able to get some of the things that you wanted in a contract with Kirk Cousins now, because his value as far as around the league, his age, the type of injury he had, he's not as valuable as what he was going to be if he stayed healthy throughout the season and we just let him walk. So, I mean, just think of if you're in Kirk's shoes and the type of guy that he is. He's a family guy. He's grounded. His roots are in Minnesota now. It's obvious he doesn't want to leave. I think we can all agree that he's where he wants to be. So if the team came to Kirk, look, Kirk, you're gonna get $28 million from us anyways, coming off the injury, but we love you, Kirk. We need to have you back. JJ wants you back. The guys want you back. You know, we got probably the most love that you've had in your entire career. We're ready for you to come back with arms wide open. Shout out Creed. That was on purpose. Welcome you with arms wide open. And, you know, you're making $34-35 million with us next year. I don't think he turns that down. I don't. I think he says, you know what? This is my last shot at really, you know, proving myself and adding something to my legacy outside of just being the guy that had the first fully guaranteed contract in the NFL, and actually put a career together to where if he does do something spectacular at the end of his career, like go to a Super Bowl or even win a Super Bowl, you know, God willing, then that changes his whole legacy as a quarterback in his career. Then people start looking at him as, okay, well, he's, you know, top 5 or top 7 in every quarterback category, and now he has a Super Bowl too. So I think Kirk would take that discount, especially coming off that injury and the love that he's received from the franchise.
Could be.
I'm gonna blow some minds.
Blow him.
What if you were to sign? Okay, if I'm Kwesi and the owners, I'm going, Kirk, we want you to retire a Viking, whether it's the starter or the backup. We want to sign you for 4 years. We're still going to be looking at a quarterback of the future. We want you to retire a Viking.
Yeah.
Would you be backup as well?
Ooh.
With the injury stuff like that. I mean, come on. If Hall's the guy, would you want Cousins as his backup as he's getting up in there in age?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think Kirk is going to transition into a great backup once he's not able to be that starter caliber type of player. I think he would be the perfect guy to be like the veteran backup to ease a guy in or to get him ready every Sunday. Like that would be perfect role for Kirk. But it's when though, and when is he ready for that?
Shit.
When is he willing to do that?
Rap said now.
See, that's crazy. Like that we talking about Kirk as to being a backup, bro. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'd rather just let him walk.
The problem is we're looking at this offseason and there's 2 teams, maybe 3, and Colin Cowherd brought up the Packers, and that's actually interesting. I don't think Kirk would go to the Packers. I don't think they have enough.
He'll go for the right money.
If
Kirk
they
could go anywhere for the right bread.
Yeah, if they pay him a lot, I think he would go. But
it's about his money, man.
If he's looking at the team and saying, okay, well, if I'm just getting a couple $1 million more to play with the Packers, or you know, I'm making $2, $3, $4 million less, I'm gonna stay in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's 2 teams that outside of the Packers that come in the way of him staying with the Vikings after this season. If it's just he's going out in free agency and it's just that simple. And that's the Atlanta Falcons, because the team we're playing this weekend, because Desmond Ridder, you don't sit a guy if that's your future quarterback. I don't care. It's never the move to make. Oh, we need to sit him for a guy like Tyler Heineke. And we all love Taylor Heineke, but we know what Taylor Heineke is.
Desmond Ridder got hurt, though. That's why he sat.
Oh, is he hurt?
Yeah, it was an injury.
Okay, mama. But
yeah, they didn't bench him. He got hurt. I thought the same thing, and then I watched the coach's press conference, and they asked him that, They said,
Okay.
why did you sit Desmond Ridder? And they were like, no, he had something bothering him. So, what I mean?
He might just be saying that too.
He might too, yeah. But he did say that. The coach did say that because
So,
I thought the same thing. I was like, damn, they done benched that boy.
but in my opinion, either way, like Desmond Ritter's been bad this year. He's been
he
really
hasn't
bad.
he hasn't
They've
been that
been
good.
squeaking out wins some way, somehow, because their defense is decent.
Their
but they're
defense,
not
their
very good.
secondary. Yeah.
But they're just finding ways to win.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna be looking for a quarterback after this year, regardless. And Kirk Cousins, and I think Rap even brought this up maybe a month ago when we were kind of in the tank talk. Kirk Cousins' wife is from Atlanta. So that's an easy transition. I'm sure his wife would want to go back to Atlanta where she grew up, and then Kirk would do whatever his wife would want him to do pretty much. And the other team, and it didn't look like this early on in the season, but now things are starting to change up a little bit. San Francisco 49ers.
I think Tampa's a player too.
I think Tampa's good with Baker right now. I think Tampa's, unless Baker kind of falls off a cliff, he's been playing decent to start the year.
Playing decent, but I think they would take Kirk over.
And I think that would be another team Kirk considers because you got Mike Evans over there.
You gotta remember Kirk stays in Florida. Kirk got real estate in Florida too. A lot of players do, obviously, because it's a vacation.
Can throw them on the top 3, top 4.
Florida's a good place to retire. You know what I mean? When you think about taxes and all that, just moving your family down there to retire. Kirk's getting older too. It would be a decent move for him. Go to Tampa.
Yeah, no. So, but I think San Francisco is the biggest threat. If you
San
were
Fran,
trying to find Kirk Cousins after the year, San Francisco is obviously the biggest threat. He would love to go with Kyle Shanahan, have Christian McCaffrey, Trent Williams again, just a plethora of weapons and a great defense, and he would go there at a discount rate. That's your biggest threat if you're trying to sign Kirk Cousins.
Or San 49ers sign J.J. McCarthy.
No, we're not going to hear that.
I think that San Fran, likes Brock Purdy, man. Brock Purdy, yeah, he had like 3 bad games in a row, you know what I mean? But of course, he got to come down to earth. Now we got to see, okay, Brock, how do you adjust now that the NFL actually has tape on you and actually is catching up to your style? How are you going to adjust? I think Brock Purdy still has that it about him that can be all right, that they'll work with him. I don't think because it wouldn't make sense for the 49ers, especially they just signed Chase Young to throw a bucket load of money and for somebody like a quarterback like Kirk Cousins coming off of a Achilles, that would be stupid. Is he really going to make you that much better than what Brock Purdy can make you if you just scheme up the offense? I don't know, man. I don't think so. I think the defense drags that team, you know what I mean? And they're gadget players where you don't really have to have that quarterback that's on point that much, you know what I mean? That's my opinion. But hey, I wouldn't mind. Go anywhere, goddamn it, except here. Shit, I wouldn't mind. Shit, good job.
Your main kind of complaint with Kirk Cousins is that he was so robotic and he just follows whatever the play structure is.
He's been doing good though the past couple of games.
Oh yeah, no, he's for sure been doing good. But you would say that's what he kind of what you think he's known for. So San Francisco and Kyle Shanahan is the perfect place for you to just be within the system. Just look at this read, look at this read, look at this read. That's the perfect, because that's exactly what Brock Purdy's doing.
Yeah.
But then you add Kirk Cousins to that, who's at another level, in my opinion, as far as talent wise, to Brock Purdy. I think he would absolutely ball. I think that, they're already Super Bowl contenders. That would make them my number 1 Super Bowl team if Kirk Cousins went to.
Yeah, shout out to Kirk though, man. Kirk's been, I think he's been watching the shows, man, because the past, I'll say 2 or 3 games, since the San Fran and the Packers game, for sure. The boy been bouncing out that pocket, boy. That boy been bouncing out, making plays. I'm liking it. It's just why have to be back against the wall to do that? I think that's one of my main issues is why not just play with that dog from week 1 on? Why does it have to come down to, hey, this is a win, this is a must-win game for me to start playing like this? You like that in must-win games, but you should just wake up every day with that motherfucking dog in you, man. You know what I mean? God damn, quit making us wait until we about to throw the season away and then want to try to, because we know you can do it. Just do it, bro. I think that's the issue with Kirk, man, is just do it, bro. You can do it. Why not just do it every time?
Yeah, we see you do it. You just gotta do it consistently.
Yeah, but all right, man. But let's move on now from Kirk, man. Shout out Kirk Cousins, man. MVPs, man. They should give him the MVP, man, even with their Achilles.
Yeah, go
How
ahead.
do you guys feel about the run game?
Our run game bad. Listen, now we ain't gonna throw no salt on Madison or none of that tonight, or Cam Akers or anybody. Like we ain't gonna throw too much salt. We just need to make sure that they are being held accountable starting tomorrow due to the circumstances, and we need to hold them accountable, bro. Like as a fan base, we need to have expectations for them to be able to, hey, look, you know the situation. Y'all know the situation. You guys are in the locker room. You know Kirk is gone. Bro, we got to lean on y'all, man. And if you haven't been playing good up to this game tomorrow, man, tomorrow is when it needs to start, man. Start reading the right holes, man. That's what's bothering me is I'm watching film and these guys are just missing like holes that are right there. And for some reason, like Madison wants to be like a scat back in a way, which, you know, I get it. You want to be more flashy and get to the outside, but man, you got to start using the skills that you possess as far as pounding these mugs, dog. Because you know he got that. He a savage when it comes to that, you know?
What up,
just start
Filthy?
pounding them. For real,
Yeah,
man.
I think this is their time to shine. If the running game is, they're looking for any opportunity to show their worth, this is the time to do it. Because if we're going to win any games or have a chance at a playoff berth this year with the backup quarterback, whether that be Hall, whether that be Dobbs in the future weeks, then we're going to have to find a running game. I think our defense is going to do what they need to do to win us some games, but we got to get a run game going if we're going to have any chance at making the playoff.
Got to.
So Madison, Akers, Ty Chandler, hey, Powell on end arounds, Jaron Hall and Dobbs scrambling as a quarterback. And I think that's where we're going to improve the run game the most, is that now we have more mobile quarterbacks to where our run game overall may not just be the running backs, but our run game overall is going to look better because we're going to be able to scramble a little bit with our quarterback. So I think that's where we're going to have to kind of compensate for what we're lacking in the run game. I think we can compensate that with the type of quarterbacks we have. And I think that's a big reason why we went out there and grabbed Dobbs, is because he can move around like that. And I think Dobbs has 260 yards on the ground this year, something like on 40-something carries. So he can get out there. He can run. Jaron Hall, which we haven't seen him in the league yet, but his college highlights, you can look it up. He can get out there and he can run around a little bit. So I think that's where we're going to compensate for all that.
So I got a couple questions for you guys. So we're talking about, well, offseason, JJ extension, Darisaw extension, but I want to bring up two players that are going to be free agents, and I think they need to be Vikings again. Cam Bynum and Wanham. How do you guys feel about those players? And do you think the Vikings should be talking to them to keep them as Vikings?
I do. Yeah. I think Cam Bynum, absolutely. DJ Wanham too, man. Yeah, for sure. You know, because they're not going to cost that. I mean, Bynum might actually cost more now than DJ Wanham for sure. But, you know, DJ Wanham is absolutely, you can keep him on the team for nothing really. Like, you know, I mean, shit, in the impact he makes low key, like under the radar, man. Yeah, absolutely bring him back. And Cam Bynum, absolutely bring him back too. You know, that's just another. It's just another point, though, about Lewis Cine, man. We got a safety in Cam Bynum that's, you know, makes Lewis Cine obsolete, bro. And it's a shame because that's a first-round draft pick. But, hey, it is what it is. Hey, Cam balling, man. We got to be excited about that. I say absolutely bring those two fellas back.
Yeah, those are two must-signs because those are two guys that have gotten better every single year. They've improved on their game every single year. And this is in different defenses, too. This is not guys that have been in the same defensive scheme and they just been growing under the same defensive coordinator. No, they've been in Cam Bynum. Yeah, they've both been in 3 different defensive schemes, Zimmer, Donatel, and now Flores. And they've grown every single year. So I think those guys are going to be somewhat pillars with this franchise, with the future of this franchise, Bynum's a must return. You got to have Bynum back because this was the year Lewis Seen was going to be, okay, you're coming off the injury. Now we're going to be able to see what you're really about. Cam Bynum's in the contract year. He's on his way. He was on his KJ Osborne before the season. We kind of know he's on his way out. He's going to be somewhere after this year, but we have a young guy behind him that's going to come and it's going to take his spot. And obviously that's not what's happening. So got to have Bynum back. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Get Bynum back because Harrison Smith doesn't have very long before he's up. He might retire after this year. Just knowing the type of guy he is, he's just going to be like, all right, guys, thanks, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna give us that much of a warning. Yeah, I think
he's not gonna have no.
We'll just see an Instagram post. You know what I mean? We want to we want to thank Harrison Smith for his time and absolutely deserving. That's how we gonna find out that news.
Hey, unless the plan is ever to move Bynum back to CB and Metellus and Seen.
I don't think you can move him back now because he's playing so good at the safety position. Like you've made so much progress at this position. Why would you put him back? Like why would
so Seen's gonna have to take Harrison Smith's spot.
We don't need Seen. We got Metellus.
Yeah, hey, you know I'm a Metellus fan too.
And
so yeah, for sure.
Metellus was a sneaky sign.
Yeah.
But Metellus also still plays now with Harrison Smith and Bynum on the field as well. So there's still packages for Metellus. Maybe seeing a fill that role for Metellus is doing now and kind of be in those packages. You know what I mean? That could be a thing.
So I feel if we're able to keep Bynum, we're set at safety.
Yeah.
We won't need to worry about safety for a long time.
But knowing Kwesi, we might draft a safety in the second round. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. Knowing Kwesi, you might trade back. God damn it. You know, hey, we got the 10th pick in the draft. No, trade back. We're gonna get this safety out of goddamn Trident Tech College, community college. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta say this every time we talk about just our draft picks. We need to apologize. I think everybody, the fan base, needs to apologize to Rick Spielman of how we treated him on his way out.
Right,
this man is drafted. I don't care who passed on who. Has drafted Justin Jefferson, has drafted Christian Darrisaw, has drafted Cam Bynum, has drafted Daniil Hunter,
Josh Metellus.
Who
Heavy
else?
Metellus.
For you, a Caleb Evans fans, or no, excuse me, not a Caleb Evans. I'm sorry, he didn't draft a Caleb Evans.
He drafted Metellus though, didn't
he? DJ Woonham. You can put DJ Woonham in there.
DJ
Woonham fans. Offensive
Ezra
line,
Cleveland, even though we got rid of him, Ezra Cleveland, Brian O'Neill,
Garrett Bradbury. It goes on.
And you know what? The new regime's holding on to all of those pieces. So it shows you like all of those guys that he brought in.
That we heard when Rick Spielman was on his way out and people wanted him fired, and he's a terrible drafter, and he's this and he's that. Now, I will say the structure of the things of how he structures his contracts with some of the veteran guys, I don't like. I think that was his downfall. But for everybody that judged him on his drafting and he was this bad of a drafter and that he drafted Teddy Bridgewater and Christian Ponder. Yes, he sucked at drafting quarterbacks. But you know what? God damn it. He drafted Hall of Famers. And we have 2 possible Hall of Famers, 3 possible Hall of Famers on our team right now. Justin Jefferson, Harrison Smith, and if Daniil Hunter goes at that rate, I think he's a borderline Hall of Famer as well.
Speaking of Daniil Hunter, Gary wants us to predict sacks and turnovers, please.
Predicts. Oh, yeah. Let's get to this Falcons game, man. Let's get to the Falcons game.
1 hour later.
1 hour. On the last 10 minutes of our show, we're going to discuss But how we
it was a good show. It's a good show though, talking about the good, about our team and stuff like that. It's good.
Yeah. Of course, the future of the franchise.
The future of the franchise, man. Tomorrow it leans on tomorrow's gonna write this story. I mean, obviously it's one game, but look, I look at how Will Levis came in, man. Even though the Titans lost on Thursday night, man, Will Levis looked decent, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I really think. I still don't like the way he acts, though. Even like with some of the penalty calls, like his reaction, like to me, he just seems like I don't know, man. He just seemed like that dude. You just want to punch in the face every time, man. But like, you know, hey, but as far as his play though, hey man, Will Levis is doing good, man. These rookie quarterbacks are coming in and surprising us, and hopefully we got one, you know. And I look at it like this too with Hall tomorrow it's like one of those things where it just feels like it's set up to be right, man. It's set up to be like, hey, that 5th round quarterback out of all that we talking about the Bryce Youngs and the CJ Strouds and Will Levis and Anthony Richardsons, but there is going to be that guy. There always is, man, that guy that comes in that was picked later in the draft and turns up and shows the world that, hey, they're ready to be in this position. I mean, Brock Purdy was that last year. You know, there was a guy on the Patriots that I really like, Bailey Zappi. He's really good. I'm surprised they don't start him, bro. He is way better than Mac Jones, bro. Way better than Mac Jones.
Not more juice for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like Mac Jones and I seen, and real quick, man, I seen some report talking about should the Vikings trade for Mac Jones? Why? Bro, listen, that right there would push me over the edge, bro. If we were to go after a quarterback like Mac Jones, bro, that would push me over the edge.
That would be
I ain't
pointless.
gonna lie. Yeah, that would devastate me, dog. Like for real, as a Vikings fan, that would devastate me.
Yeah, no. So this Atlanta game, like you said, it's kind of setting up perfectly. Like I said earlier, I think we're gonna win this game. Yeah. Just off the fact that the emotion from last week's game and the team going out, and Rap's gonna be mad at this, but they're gonna win it for Kirk Cousins. They're gonna go out there and they're
I'm mad at that.
They're gonna go out there and they're gonna win one for Kirk because that's their guy. They love him. Like it's been kind of the story all week. Like, oh man, we miss Kirk. That's our guy. Like, you know, he's still, you know, around signing autographs and blah, 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 blah. So I think they're going to go out there and we're just going to put a complete team win together. I think that this will be our first, the San Francisco 49ers game was a complete game.
That was a good team win.
Yeah. That was a good team. So I think we get another team win on the road this time in Atlanta.
I mean, I would say the Packers was a team win too. The Packers was a team win.
It had to be a team
because that defense stepped up at the end, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like because when Kirk went out, like that defense, you know, 2 drives back to back where they kind of got the Packers off the field, you know, because the Packers could have came and made that game really, really close, you know. So
they could have.
They stepped up, man. So I think it was a pretty good team win, man. You know, as far as Gary with the sacks, I'm gonna say we get at least 3 tomorrow, man. I'm gonna say Daniil gets 2, Bonham gets 1. You know what? No, I take that back. I'm gonna say 4. 4. I gotta give one to my boy Pace, man. Please, Pace, man. I'm begging you every week. Every week, man, you getting like this close, bro. Like when you get the man, next time just dive. I don't give a damn. Dive, man. Do something. You know what I mean? Do something for your boy. But I'm gonna say Hunter gets 2, Bonham gets 1, and Pace gets 1. So yeah.
Any turnovers?
So turnovers, I'm gonna say we get 2 turnovers as well, man. I think Cam Bynum gonna get him a pick, and this is set up perfect for Cam Bynum to get a pick because Taylor Heineke, he always throws an F it ball. You know what I mean? He's known for that. So
let's not forget when we played Washington last year, the ref interfered with Cam Bynum for that Taylor Heineke. That was Taylor Heineke throwing that ball. That should have been a pick.
Yeah. So I think he'll get one. Listen, Bynum is a damn ball hawk, man. He really is. His ball hawking skills are getting crazy, bro. Like next year on Madden, he probably gonna have that ball hawk. That ball hawk attribute.
It's the movie.
Sure. I'm telling you, that boy ball hawking skills is getting really, really good. And I say he gets 1, and then I say we get a fumble. Now, as far as who causes the fumble, I don't know. Maybe a strip fumble, a sack fumble, or something. But yeah, I think 2 turnovers though sound good.
What about you, Yogi? Sacks and turnovers on both sides.
I got Hunter at 2, Bonham at 1, but I don't think it's going to be Pace. I think it's going to be either someone coming off the edge, like a Harrison Smith.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Okay.
About 2 interceptions. Pace is going to get an interception.
Oh, let's go. I like that. Let's get it.
He's going to drop back in coverage and get an interception. And Bynum's going to get an interception. And for Hall, I think he's going to.
Hold on. Has Pace gotten an interception this year?
No.
Nope. Somebody. Okay. No. Okay. He got that pass breakup on a 4th down. Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason,
won this game.
Yeah. Okay.
And for Hall, he's going to throw for I would say he's going to go 23 of 27,
Damn.
225, and
23 of 27. Pretty good.
Three, 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
1 running touchdown.
Okay.
And 1 interception.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
There's gonna be a lot of dinking and dunking.
Yeah,
I think there's gonna be a lot of dinking and dunking.
He's gonna catch 2 long balls to Addison.
There we go. Let's get it.
That'd be good for my fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
hey, listen. Hey, Hall can throw the rock now. He can bomb that.
Yeah. Let's hope he can tomorrow. That's we just need him throw the rock for a couple months. And that's it. That's it.
I think we're good, man. I think we're in good hands, man. Smart ass kid too, man. I love it.
Yeah, I think
let's get a special shout out to Vikings Stello Skol'd Jones.
Man, shout out to him, man. Everybody make him feel welcome, man. I don't think we ever seen him in the building. Shout out, or is it he?
Ball Hall? That's another new nickname, Ball Hall.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Holiday season. But I think we get after quarterback. I think we get after him 3 times. Daniil Hunter with 1, Harrison Smith with 1, and I think Woodham will get 1 as well. And then I'm going to do 2 interceptions, 1 from Bynum, and the other one coming home, finally having his breakout performance. Andrew Booth gets an interception tomorrow. That's my bold prediction.
But I predicted that last week, and he didn't do me.
Andrew Booth, this is his homecoming. This is where he's from. He's finally starting to feel himself a little bit. I think he gets an opportunity at a pick, and he does it in front of his hometown crowd. As far as the offense goes, and Hall, I think Hall's going to struggle. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I don't think either team's going to get over 21, 23 points. It's going to be pretty low-scoring. So I think he throws for about 180 yards. Probably only puts it in the air about 19 to 20 times. We're going to try and run the rock. Yeah. And then I think he throws a pick, and I think he throws a touchdown pass. So I think he has a decent, coming, but I think he does more with his feet than he does in the air. So I think in crucial downs, maybe third down situations, you're going to see Jaron Hall move around and get some first downs with his feet. So I think that's where he makes his biggest impact in the game is on the ground.
I'm going to say he goes 19 for 26, something like up in that range. They would throw the ball. 26 times around there.
Yeah, so Skull Mafia says he has a strange feeling Hall is going to shine. See, I have the feeling that he's going to look bad because everybody is kind of like, oh, I think Hall's going to ball out. Everybody's on and I hope he does. It would warm my heart for him to do it. But with everybody just kind of Hall's just going to go out there and ball. Yeah, I don't.
I think so when you see stuff like that, Hall's gonna shine and stuff like that, kind of like how I feel too. I think it's more of just the Vikings fan in our staff, because we really have no other choice. You know what I mean? But to feel optimistic about the situation due to the circumstances, right? But what I don't want fans to do is put your expectations super high and expect him to come out there and be, Patrick Mahomes or something, because even those type of quarterbacks, you don't really see that in one game. So we still have to see a couple games of him playing. But what I'm looking for is seeing the good, though, because I know there's going to be some bad, right? There's going to be some bad that we see, but there's also going to be some good. And after the game, we need to take away the good and say, all right, is there something there? Can he possibly be the future? Let's talk about this throw he made on third down and how he handled this situation in the red zone and things like that. And those are the things we'll talk about after the game. But I think he's going to be good enough. I know you say there's a lot of fans say he's going to shine. There's also fans out there that I've been seeing saying, he's already trash. He isn't good. And it's those people, I'm like, you've never seen the man take a snap. You know what I'm saying? You've never seen the man take a snap in an NFL game. How do you predict that? You know what I mean?
You say that for both sides. You say that for both sides.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, all I'm saying is, how do we predict that though? Is what, like, that's what I think when I see fans that do that, it more like, because like how I talk about Kirk, you know, it's weird, it's different because we have 12 years of evidence. When you talk about a guy like Jaron Mahomes Hall, it's like, yeah, you might have seen him in preseason, but have you seen him with the ones with Jordan Addison and the number one and the defense out there, like getting him opportunities as well? How does he react to those situations? So like after tomorrow, we can have that conversation, right? If he goes out there and he's trash, all right, we gonna curb him. You already know what time it is. Hey, hell nah, time to move on. Nope. Man, no, they draft a quarterback. But if he goes out there and throws 4 touchdowns, let's just say the unthinkable happens, right? And he goes out there and does throw for 350 and 4 touchdowns, right? I mean, then what? You know, like a lot of the fans are going to be like, hey, like I said, this might close the dialogue with Kirk, because if you got a quarterback that goes out there and shows you he can do that, now, yes, it's against the Falcons, but just him being able to do that in a game, it would give a lot of fans hope. Like, damn, I think we got somebody right off of one game. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just rooting for him only because I haven't seen him play yet. So I'm not going to say he trash before I even get to see him play. You know what I mean? Like,
we got D Will in the building. What up, D Will?
Shout out D Will in the building, man. I see you, gang.
I'll tell you right now. And look, again, I hope he balls. I hope he does throw for 350 and 4 touchdowns. But I'm gonna tell you right now, we'll be lucky to have Jaron Hall look as good as what Kenny Pickett looked like on Thursday night.
Right.
If we get Kenny Pickett from Jaron Hall, cool. Like, okay, we'll take that. I think that's a win at this point.
What's going on, Ryan? What's going on, family? Appreciate you tapping in, gang.
Facebook, more Facebook peeps tapped in. We love it. Love to see it.
For sure.
Love to see it. So let's get these score predictions and bold predictions in, man.
Yeah.
I think we're all kind of leaning towards the same kind of prediction. But Yogi, how you feeling about the game? Let's hear the score.
24-17 Vikings.
Ooh, okay.
24-17, okay.
I think as long as we don't let teams score more than 17 points,
we win, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was with Kirk, though.
I think with anybody, I think our defense is turning into something.
Well, actually, what this does, it gives KOC an opportunity to really show how good of a coach he is.
Right.
To where it's like, okay, you don't got your, whether you want to call him a superstar quarterback or Pro Bowl quarterback, whatever you want to call him, he's a very, very good quarterback. No. You don't have your leader at the quarterback position. You got to work with a rookie now. You don't got your best player in Justin Jefferson yet. And Christian Darrisaw is questionable for tomorrow. So you might not even have your second best player on this team in Christian Darrisaw. Right. So look, if we're able to put some games together and win some games and even possibly get to the playoffs, everything that we heard early in the season about KOC, his game management, his this, his that, he's not the right guy. And we heard a lot of negative stuff about KLC early in the season. All that goes away. All that goes away because he's gonna have to put a game plan together to put Jaron. I was about to say.
Yeah, there you go, Jaron Mahomes Hall. Just let it out. Let it out. Let it out.
He's got to put Jaron Hall in positions to be successful.
I got everybody. Hey, I got that joke spread and everybody. Hey, who else? Somebody else said it. Like I know Day said it like just nonchalant. Like now when he talks about Jaron Hall, like on his lives, it just rolls out. Like just Jaron Mahomes Hall plays the ball. It's just like one of those things now. We just like gave him that middle name. It's a wrap.
Better live up to that. If he balls, he can live up to that nickname. Then hey, so be it. So be it. We'll take that shit all day.
Hey, for real though, we will take it. You know, again, like I said, man, it's exciting, man. I mean, as a Vikings fan, this is a good. I mean, it's like bittersweet. Yes, we lost Kirk, but it's an exciting time to be a fan, right? Because we get to see something new that we haven't really been able to witness nothing like this, man. So it's one of those things where it's like, hey, man, like I say, if anything, it's going to be entertaining tomorrow to watch him go out there and hey, Kevin O'Connell, give him the keys. Listen, Kevin O'Connell. One thing I really liked about his last presser was he said they did a lot of volume of plays throughout the week. And this is important. What he did is he let Mahomes Hall go through and pick which plays he likes, and that's really good because you got some coaches where they won't even consider that. It's like, hey, this is our game plan. You need, this is what we're gonna do. We're not changing too much about our offense. Like, you just need to be able to execute it. But instead, our coach actually went in and just molded a game plan around Hall. And for that, I like, because now it lets Hall go in there and have plays that he's comfortable with, that he ran good in practice this week. So, he's set up for success with the type of coach we have right now. Because think about it. Mike Zimmer wouldn't have did that shit for him. Mike Zimmer would have been like, no, our offense is our offense. And Mike Zimmer, we know if we have Mike Zimmer tomorrow, Madison and Akers would have had 40 touches apiece. You feel me? Like, for real. Mahomes might have threw the ball 2 times. You feel me? But I think they're gonna let him sling it, man. I think Kevin O'Connell's gonna, hey, you comfortable with this type of play? I bet, be ready, because we're gonna run it. You know what I mean? So I think they're gonna put him out there and let him show us what he got, because we gotta see. Yeah. That's the thing. Not only as fans do we gotta see, but the coaching staff, they might see him in practice all the time. But we have to see. And if you play too conservative, it's gonna do you a disservice, because then you're not gonna know. You're gonna go into the next week not really understanding what type of quarterback you have in a live game setting. So you gotta let them go out there and be free and actually play as if you're gonna be trying to compete for a Super Bowl. Now, that might not be realistic, but you still need to go out there with that mindset and play like, hey, go out there and ball, bro. Let's see if we can push this into January or whatever, if you happen to be the quarterback for this football team. So, man, I'm excited, man.
That's what I like about the position that we're in, is we have nothing to lose at this point.
Exactly.
If we win, we win. We're putting ourselves in playoff position. If we lose, we're setting up ourselves in position to grab either a top quarterback or just a top player in this draft in general. So, it's win-win for us at this point. There's no reason to play conservative and just tuck my tail. Like, no, go out there and sling it. Why not? See what you got in Jared Mahomes.
Just let it out. Just let it out.
See what you have in Hall. I'm just gonna say Hall. See what you have in Hall, and then again, you get to see what you have in KOC as a coach. Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing. Obviously, the Hall being the starting quarterback, being a rookie quarterback, you spent, what was it, a 5th round pick on him, which it's no risk at all, right, with a 5th round pick. So you get to see what he's about, and then you get to see what your young guys are about as well. Why not get Ty Chandler some more snaps? Yeah. Why not get Jalen Naylor some more work now that he's off IR? Like, why not get some younger guys in the rotation on the defensive line a little bit more? Like, I know we've taken Ivan Pace out of the starting lineup lately because my guy Jordan Hicks has been a big difference for this defense this season.
Absolutely. I remember me and Yogi were on his top. We were on SK top that night. That was a classic clip. But hey, SK was right. He called it, boy. He said Jordan Hicks will be the most, or you said he would be a very important piece to this defense. Yeah. Absolutely.
And a guy like Andrew Booth, who you spent a 2nd round pick on a couple of years ago. Let him play more. Activate Lewis Seen. Let Lewis Seen play more. Like, let's see what these guys are about. You have nothing to lose at all. Yeah. Because if they go out there and they perform to what you think they would perform like, then you're going to be winning some games. And you're going to be in playoff position. Yeah. And if they're not the guys you thought they were, then good. You know who they are and you can move the hell on. So this
I say play. I know you like Booth, but I say keep Murphy over there and then play Blackman. That's how I would
Blackman too. That's another young guy. Like, but Murphy's been playing in the slot as well. So instead of working in, I think we know what we have in the Caleb Evans, and he can get better. But I think we kind of know, and he continues to get banged up, whether it's concussion, whether it's a shoulder, an ankle. It's always something that's lingering with the Caleb Evans. So if it came down to where it's okay, we got Murphy in, we got Blackman in, and we got who would be our third there? Blackman, Murphy, and then if it came down to Evans or Booth, I would just put Booth out there. Why
Me
not?
too. I'd put Booth out there tomorrow over Evans. Evans, to me, man, I'm telling y'all, man, Evans is not a starting corner. I mean, I know I've said that multiple times. Like, Evans is not a starting cornerback, bro. He's not good. I'm telling you,
He's good for
he's
depth.
probably the worst player on our defense right now. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm being real, bro. He is, man. He is. This man is horrible in man-to-man defense, bro. He draws a penalty almost every time. Every time he's out there on the island, he's gonna draw the flag. That's a fact. He's just not that good, man. Like, he's more of a safety. I'm gonna tell you, like I said this, and I'm calling this right now. I said this a couple shows ago. Don't be surprised if a Caleb Evans moves to safety in his career, man. He will move to safety. He's more of a safety type player, bro. He's a safety, man. That would be smart for him. Now, not on this team, because we obviously our safety room is packed. But he would make more dough being a safety, man, than he would being a cornerback. Keep it real.
Yeah, no, I agree. Evans is good for depth. I think he's a good depth piece, but we got to see what Booth is about. So if he's not going to grow and be that second-round pick that we thought he was, then let's move on. So let's see these young guys. But Yogi had 24-17. What score prediction you got, Rap?
I got the Vikings catching the dub, man. What Purple Papa say, man? Turn the M upside down, man. We win a soda. Damn. I got the Vikings winning. I'm gonna say we win 21-16.
Okay.
So we win 21-16.
Okay.
Yeah.
See that. What's your bold
I got Mahomes throwing for 2 touchdowns, man. You know what I mean? He'll throw for 2, and then I got Mahomes Hall throwing for 2 touchdowns, man. You know what I mean? And then I got the running back. Somebody gonna score a touchdown, whether that's Madison or whether that's Akers, but the running back got to score a touchdown. We have to get a running touchdown tomorrow, man. It's a must. It ain't no should or could. It needs to happen. Bro, for us to win this
game. What up,
game,
Norris? Man. We got Norris in the building.
Shout out Norris, man. Better late than never, although we about to tap out, but we appreciate you, Norris. You know that. And James Harris in the building. Shout out James Harris. Hey, let's go. Hey, and James, hey. Listen, James Harris, you literally took the words out of my mouth. Like, I was about to compare him to Rhodes, but then I thought about how Rhodes actually had a couple good years where Rhodes closed. Remember, Rhodes closed? Like, that year was a good year. I don't think Evans has that in him. But he does remind me of the back end of Rhodes, if you know what I mean. Like the last 2 years we had with Rhodes, he reminds me of that type of player where he's always just looked like he's just struggling to keep up with wide receivers, and he'll just draw the flag, bro. Like, he thinks that's a way out, is to just like that play last week where he didn't even turn around and he just freaking just draws a penalty, bro. He didn't even try to play the ball, bro. He does that, and he misses tackles a lot too, if you pay attention to that too. So there's problems there. There's problems.
Yeah, he struggles to stay healthy too. So I agree with that one.
There's some issues there.
But I got about to say I have the Vikings winning it, like I said, just off the simple fact that it's an emotional game. A game after losing your leader and Kirk Cousins, everybody loves the guy. You're gonna go out there and win for him. So I think the locker room's gonna rally around that, and we're gonna put together a team victory. I think we do get in on the ground, and I think it's actually Madison this time. He'll get his first rushing touchdown of the year. Go. And I think my bold prediction was Andrew Booth getting an interception. So that's my bold prediction. And I think Vikings win, not 21-16. I'm going to say 20-16.
Yeah.
20-16 Vikings.
2016. Okay. Yeah. My bold prediction, though, is that the fan base is going to love Jaron Mahal Holmes after this game tomorrow. You hear me? And then Twitter going to be going crazy. We're just going to be seeing highlights of Jaron Mahomes Hall on Twitter, on your Twitter feed, or on your Instagram feed, or your Facebook feed, whatever social media platform you use, man. You gonna see Hall acting an ass out there, man. Like, that's my bold prediction. And everybody gonna be like, Kirk who? What?
After
Kirk
one
who?
game,
Kirk who? Nah, we good. Kirk who? All it take is one, baby. Nah.
And then Yogi, do you have your the watch party going on tomorrow?
Yeah.
So, me and Yogi are going to be doing the pregame here on Purple and Skol'd Media. And immediately after that, or probably be 30 minutes or so after that, Yogi will be doing his watch party on Purple and Rain 247. So make sure you hit that subscribe if you don't already, and tap into that live watch party during the game. That's always fun, my guys. But if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button here on Purple and Skol'd Media, man.
We pushing the 500, man. We trying to get the 500, man. We almost there, thanks to y'all. So spread the word, man. Spread the word in the community, man. You know, y'all. This is the thing with y'all too, and I know y'all do this because I see it. But what we need is when you're on Twitter and you're having a Vikings conversation, hey, just throw it out there. When you're on Instagram, just throw it out there. Be like, hey, man, you should come rock with me over at Purple and Skol'd Media, man. We be live over there in the comment section going crazy, talking Vikings football. Come check it out one night. You know what I mean? Like, and drop the link to them, tell a friend. Just spread it like that. That's how you get and then our community just continues to grow. You know what I mean? And it benefits everybody. You guys being able to shoot the shit in the chat. So it just works out for everybody, man. It makes this shit fun, and we love doing it. So we appreciate all y'all support. We love y'all to death, man. Let's push the 500 for Purple and Skol'd for sure, man. That's the goal, man. That's the goal. Before the Vikings, before Jared Mahomes Hall takes us to the playoffs, man, this channel should be at 500. You hear me?
Pace is getting an interception tomorrow.
Let's go.
Pace interception. That's Yogi's bold prediction.
For sure, man.
So we appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Just like Rap said, go ahead and tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dog, tell your cat.
Tell your dog, your cat, your hamster, your gerbil, man. Tell somebody, goddammit.
Yeah, just spread the word for us. But we appreciate the support, you guys. As we always like to talk about, me and myself and Rap, man, we're all about quality over quantity. So y'all give us quality, man. So we're gonna give you.
Although my screen probably been fuzzy tonight, y'all. Like, listen, my Wi-Fi is out, so I had to use a hotspot type deal. So I might look fuzzy tonight, but we still go off quality though. You feel me? Like, at least y'all can hear me. You know what I mean? As long as y'all heard me tonight, we
get this beautiful work of art in 4K.
Yogi's the face of Purple and Skol'd.
I'm telling you, man. For sure.
So again, we appreciate you guys, man. Again, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We appreciate you guys' support. I don't know why.
Support. Tell him Jared Mahomes Hall one more time, SK, for the get down.
Jared
Mahomes Hall.
Jared Hall is gonna have a good game tomorrow.
Hey, in about 30 minutes,
our starting quarterback at the New Orleans game. Hate to tell you that, but enjoy your night.
No, fuck that.
But again, Jared, I'm gonna say it one last time. Jared Mahomes Hall, unless he has a good game, I'll say it again. Jared Mahomes Hall, go out there and ball, young man.
Let's go.
Go out there and ball, young man, and do it for the Purple and Gold and the Purple and Skol'd. So we appreciate you guys for tapping in, man. Until next time, until tomorrow morning with myself and Yogi on the pregame show. Make sure you tap in. Appreciate y'all. Skol Vikes.
I'll let your boys.
Skol to the boat.